So I sung hard I wore when it came hard to breathe. Hit the folks to make sure I hit the notes.
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. Take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still trying to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Without a doubt, I've been around. Yeah, everybody knows my name when I show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between, but they don't do it like we do it in my hometown. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Yeah, I'm anything but new to country. Yeah, I'm anything but new to country.
Seven oh 70 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope. And 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between our visitors and our home team. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
As this at the 6. Things going well so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. If he does that again here, they should be winners.
First carry here for the rookie from the U. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Following that play, we've got a timeout already for an injured player. And it's one of their receivers who's shaken up on the offense's first snap. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
Hey, Sean, let's go. Ready?
Air it out on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Now here's Crawshaw for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1 picking up the loss. He was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week. Neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Gain of 16 yards. Complete to Justin Jefferson.
We put a receiver in motion left.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
That's another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mason will try this one up the gut. Works his way to the 35. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. They motion the tight end over. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it.
They'll take over the 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And the NFL rushing title within his grasp as we enter the penultimate week. He sits atop the league in yards. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like, the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
A gain of 13 yards. The result is a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Nix. Buying some time left. Now he takes it. And he's going to be hit, set out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
The give here on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Nix with it on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it's 2nd down coming up. Here's the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down. Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punting away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Off play action. It's McCarthy. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They get 22 out of that play. And that gives him the 1st.
That's good.
Here's McCarthy to throw. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they are all the way into that red zone.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
15 more yards.
It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the 2nd. Offense already out to resume its stride. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. They got hurt, and he is in. Touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. He's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lead up past the 30. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Visitors, and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see with just this and one more game remaining this season, he's leading the league in rushing touchdowns. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. To throw, here's Nix. Dumped off to his running back. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Offense to the line for second down. Hand off now from the gun. He loses the football. Scooped up by the defense. And they're able to rip off a nice chunk there before the fumble return comes to an end. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Mason. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
22-yard line.
Drop play here. It's Mason. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's good for a first down.
Another run for Mason. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. It's the defense all over this one. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. These guys take a 13-0 lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumps early looking to block that kick. So they'll decline this and take the result. Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Throwing on first down, Nix escapes the pocket. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Nix urging everybody to the line.
15 yards. And a first down. A gain of 15.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A gain of 13 yards. And a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And someone stepped in, it's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That goes for 32 yards. And that means first down.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mason gets it from the gun. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
The tackle by Zach Allen. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
McCarthy to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
It may not look like like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out.
45-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. The visitors returning their offense, and this running back to the field. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's going to be hit and set out after about a gain of 2 yards there. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So that brings them to 3rd down.
7 yards to go.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's caught by Wilson. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the
Nix now on 1st and 10. Taken in by Williams outright. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Chased out to his right. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
8 yards.
Nix hurrying his offense back to the line.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt a field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It is week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The 49ers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Jaden Daniels. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And here comes Derrick Henry. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Ravens wind up taking this one by a touchdown. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Stephon Diggs. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Pats get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Design bootleg here. Able to hit Mason, complete. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
This is Mason on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
No throw, 3rd and long. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. First down from the 42. From the gun, Mason. Hit behind the line. That ball's loose. And it's picked up by the defense. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Now this offense getting set to work here. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Toss now to the short side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And finally, they bring him down. He shook up a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. First down play, nets at 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Play action with Nix. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan. And a haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Yards to go.
Hey! Bombers.
Throw here, third down. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it off. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up fourth down. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Aubrey puts it through. And that gets him back to within 11.
It's kind of a weird feeling, right? You know that you capitalize on the turnover, you technically score points, but when you look up at that scoreboard, you have to do more with that takeaway.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Escapes the defender. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They give to Mason. He gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. McCarthy on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
McCarthy hit. He lost the football. Recovered by the defense. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. Will it stand? We've got to see what this flag is all about. So holding on the offense, Brock, and a quick declination from the defense, that turnover will stand. Now the offense and Knicks coming to the line and looking to tack on 2 more.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of the zone read. And they aren't going to get there. He's pushed out of bounds, and the try for 2 does not work. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now give it to Mason. He dodged the tackle. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Enough to stop that play with Jahdae Barron. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go now. Come on. Back to 60.
McCarthy looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Motioning the tight end now. Going on 3rd, McCarthy. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it Looks like the offense recovered. Whew, they did. Close stuff there. They'll bring out the punter here. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Fields this at the 19. And finally, they're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
They give it to him again. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44.
And a first down.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's their ball to begin the 4th, and though they trail, this game's still within reach. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on first. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To the well again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. They're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. As that running back's come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hits his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Motion.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Another first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Another carry for him. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Nick's going to try and throw for it. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, it's certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Here we go.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throw left side, brought in by Hopkinson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play.
Ready, set.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, set.
QB sneak coming. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Mason. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort. Nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Offense in a hurry up here. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
6-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They're 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. They'll take this at the 10. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And that last pick 6 might just be the nail in the coffin of their hopes in this one, Brock, as that lead now stretches to 2 possessions.
Well, we get to see now how these guys react to this kind of adversity. Do they shake it off and be aggressive? Because we know they've got to score and score quickly.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go. Set go. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. Completed right side to Addison. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And dose of the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. Another one to Addison. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down.
Jordan Addison.
McCarthy to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. 2nd and 3 now.
2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Again, McCarthy to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Throwing now. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
That's caught. This is Addison. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they spike it with time left for 1 play. 5 seconds to go. This will be the final play of the game.
Ready! Bronco!
Here he goes, one final shot. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments. So win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the 4th. So we're down to a 3-point game, and now going to try to get it back in pursuit of a game-time field goal. Oh, he lost the football. And the fumble. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everyone.
this.